Right. Well, when we first came onto the server, of course, we had like a starter hut that was here that everybody used. It was just like basic storage area, and then as we progressed and decided, hey, let's make this giant city, we decided that the starter hut needed to be a town hall. And so I just said, sure, let's make one. So I looked at a couple cool builds. I find inspiration a lot with what I want to say, concept art. If you look at concept art for like fantasy or video games or things like that. And I found something that looked a lot like the Justice League. It had like a waterway in the front with multiple like reflection pools, and then there was a big seating area up here. And that's kind of what we did, is just made a lovely town hall. And if you look at the ceiling up there, it actually is a pickaxe shape, which is the Hypermine kind of logo, which
The
is
ceiling up where?
the
Which
glass part that you can see up
Oh,
above the
yeah, okay.
arch. So there is
Yeah,
kind of a pickaxe that was intentional. And then
that's cool.
um,
Yeah.
there's a seating area up there that is what we call the uh, the Justice League seat. I don't know. We called it something else. It was the tribunal. Um,
Why is this a sacred tree?
it is. This tree was here when we first started building, and I just saved it. I never chopped it down, and I just kept it.
Hmm.
And it turned out to be exactly in the center of the build, just random. I didn't plan it, and when I got to this point, I was like, I'm just gonna keep it because it was there was a big mountain here. It was taller than what was over there on the steampunk build, and I cleared it all away and dug it down, and I just left this tree. It was random, and it just turned out really perfect to leave it here. I thought it was kind of fitting.
Seems awesome. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Lots and lots of digging when you first start on a server. I know
Yeah,
the feeling.
absolutely a lot of digging.
So, is there anything in here? Is this just some woolly elevators up to the seating area?
That's pretty much all that is. I mean, we can go see that, or you can spend some time looking at that yourself. It's kind of
I'm
up
gonna
to
have
you.
a quick whiz up there and make sure that I don't
Yeah.
lose my life. Yes.
And I'm looking
Um,
at this, and I've noticed that the cart itself is misplaced on this, so I'm gonna have to see why it's broken.
well, I'm just gonna have a look through the glass and then I'll come back down.
Okay, so this is out of order. I'm gonna have to fix this.
Put another sign up. I see you've got kind of iron thrones up here.
Yeah, that's it's.
That's
Why?
the
Yeah,
Justice League. Yeah.
yeah. It's the judgment. The judgment happens there.
Hmm. Do you ever have to use this area for like on server judgments?
um,
Someone's been very bad, but
we
it's
have yet
all
to have anybody
fun and
who's been
games.
really bad. It's all fun and games. We put some of the new guys there where we gave them some grief, but it was mostly just out of fun.
Okay.
The last round of new, we gave him a ritual death, I think is what happened there. Yeah, I'll have to repair that. That's going to be another day. I've noticed that some people accidentally use it incorrectly and it just gets damaged, I guess. But in here you'll find maps of all the different fun things. There's like an overview of the city. There was an original of the iron farm before it got crazy.
Hmm.
Uh, Somebody mentioned we should have a pick monument. So I put one up here. If you have a pick that's like really important to you or has been around for a while, you could hang it up in here like a Hall of Fame.
I was gonna put my picks up for the Nether Hub,
Oh, absolutely.
but I should put them in here instead of the Nether Hub, maybe.
Yeah, see this way where they can see it. And if you have a banner, it would be cool to hang it on these arches, I think, so that everybody on the server can put their art banner up
Uh-huh.
here and hang it, just like in a great hall would be cool.
So anywhere up on those arches,
Hmm.
and also at the Spleef Arena.
Oh,
I heard
absolutely.
recently in an episode that I watched.
Yep, that would be great.
Hmm. Okay.
So that's pretty much the town hall. There is storage down below that I built that is part of it, but it's just a
Yeah.
storage area, and there's the community nether hub that everyone uses. Because we,
I've basically been living in this building and in the Nether from
yeah,
this building, so I know it like the back of my hand, I suppose.
it's so
So
cozy there for you. Then
it's lovely. I
it's
live at the
become
town
home.
hall.
Hmm.
So thank you for building that for me. Awesome
Absolutely.
townhouse for me.
Yeah, it's really elaborate. I like the way you live. You've got class.
So shall we whiz to the next build you would like to show?
Absolutely.
So this is where I arrived on the server that very first day,
Yes. And
and you built this.
I built the iron surround. Yes, indeed, I did. And I wanted it to be really outstanding when people first spawn into the server. So it's a 16 by 16 square. So all the spawning pad is right here. And I wanted it to be something that was pretty impressive for people when they spawned into the server to go, oh my gosh, I'm on Hypermine. When you look out this way, it still
Hmm.
looks really raw, but when you turn around, you're like, oh wow, that's a big
Yep.
thing.
It is definitely iconic for Hypermine. Yes.
Definitely, it's all that iron. Um,
So much iron there
and I looked at my stats. It was like over 36,000 iron blocks, I think.
that you'd crafted.
Yeah, when I
Wow.
finished this, and most of it was live streamed. Some of it was on YouTube, but most of it was a live stream because eventually you're just like, oh look, another iron block. Oh look, another iron block. But it's
Did you do it in layers, or did you do like the front face first and then match it up?
I kind of did. This actual front was a secondary edition. I cleaned it up a lot. I knew I wanted to have some sort of balcony so that when new people came in, there could be like Wooly up there greeting his minions,
Or the cow?
or the
That's,
balcony cow who somehow found its way up there, and I just put a name tag on it so it wouldn't go away.
has it actually got a name? I can't see it from down
Yeah,
here.
if you go up there, it's balcony cow. Here,
It's
well,
balcony cow. Cool.
and then Snow Crash built a 5x5 door for me. I did do minimal amounts of help, but trust me, I'm not the best at that. I hire out my redstone
Hmm.
for a reason.
It's a good thing you've got a community full of people. So you've got builders and redstoners
Yes,
and
that's exactly
uh,
right.
fun and gamesers.
Fun and games is. So Balcony Cal does have a name. I don't think we can see it from here though.
We can't see it through the glass. We'll leave it. It's fine. I believe you. Balcony cow. Balcony cow.
There it is, Balcony Cow.
Da 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 da. The super balcony cow.
Stay out there, cow. So it's 13
Forever.
layers, and since it is at natural spawn, we do have the Iron Farm Hill, which was built by Tio Lone Wolf and Drax. They're the
Mm-hmm.
two responsible for that madness. And it's the Daniel Coates Iron Towers design, and it works flawlessly.
It seems to be. Yeah.
The only time you have problems is if you put a door or a villager too close to it, so that's the only reason you'd have any issues.
Uh huh.
No doors allowed in like a 60 block radius or something like that.
Don't do it. Yeah, we don't mess around over here.
Mm-hmm.
We just come and collect iron, wool, cactus,
Yep,
sugarcane, nether wart, whatever it is that we need.
exactly. Just because it is natural spawn, so all these things will grow if you're in the area. So it's
Hmm.
nice to have it here. We call this the industrial district on the server.
It is just basically this though, it's the industrial district.
Well, it's this, and if
There's a little
anybody
bit down
has any
here.
kind of like industrial build they want to do, they could put it in this area.
Okay.
We got a stable for visitors if they want to come out here, and there
Hmm.
is a chicken farm, and there is to collect the iron. There's little railroad tracks that go around to the back that you can wander that way.
Aha, there's somebody. Hey.
There's Az. Hey, what's up? He's one of our newer guys too.
Yes. Hopefully I'll be able to go around and see what he's been up to
He
while he's been on the
has,
server as
yep,
well.
he's got something over there by the moon where it's rising that is building up quite nicely.
Hmm.
It's going to look quite spectacular. I saw a peek at that.
Well, I'll be watching videos, and I'm sure my viewers will keep up with them too. So more of as another day.
And we have just your basic cattle breeder. This is a Zuma Void design. I put this here so that, there's food here, there's all the things that you could possibly need. We've got a slime farm over there, as well as iron, so it's like an all-in-one shopping mall, I guess you could say.
It is very good as a shopping mall. I come through the other portal, which is just out there, when I need to get some bits and pieces from over here.
Yep, absolutely.
And between the town hall and this place, the first two builds that you've done on the server, I've basically spent all of my life here so far.
Well, I hope you get to explore a little bit more than just the iron grids that I tend to put up.
I will, don't worry, I will.
All right,
I,
that's good.
so, where to next?
Well, there is a small build in the back of this that I did, as well as the canal that goes out to Sea Cow Bay.
Is Sea Cow Bay yours?
It is.
Wolfie was telling me about it. He built a house there and showed me that in his tour.
Yeah.
So let's whiz that way.
Okay. Um, this is the Yacht Club that needs a little bit of love. I still got to do an interior on it, but
This
this
is your
is
latest, isn't it?
it is. Oh, welcome to daylight. I built this about the same time as I built the canal because I wanted to have overland travel on the server. So we ended up trying to keep with that theme, and there's a boat launcher here that Wooly built that is part of this. With any luck at all, there's probably not one in there because when we did initial server tours, we kind of used them all up. But I'm going to
Yeah.
have some sort of like gentry lounge that is here so that when you come out, you can take your yacht out and just go boating.
A yachting club.
Yeah, that's kind of what it was supposed to be, is a luxury yachting club. Can you imagine it with like leather couches and a cigar
Can
bar?
we build some yachts down the side here and make this
Oh,
little yacht
absolutely.
harbour?
Absolutely.
So the waterway still goes round it, but we can dock here and people can build their own yachts for
Absolutely.
fanciness
Yeah,
and
you could add a
nice.
little extra pier for yourself if you want. That'd be just fine.
I've noticed that in a few of the other members of Hypermine, they've got some nice builds of things like yachts and stuff in their videos. So I'm sure they will love to do some of that as well.
Yeah, that'd be great. So we can go out to Sea Cow Bay for a little bit if you want there. Spend a little time there.
Let's do Sea Cow Bay as a boat.
Off we go. A yachting we will go.
Yachting.
I'm stuck. Okay, now I'm
A
free.
glitching we shall be. A
Yeah.
glitching we shall be.
Let's come
At least
see.
you made it straight.
Let's see how fast we can crash our boat due to lag. It'll be great. So I built a canal and a little walkway along the side. I had big dreams of, if you go to a finer city that has canals, there's shops and things on the side or smaller
Hmm.
homes. Anybody could build along here. It's fine with me. So
Well,
that,
once I'm done in the Nether, I will be building things on the overworld as well. Some nice little houses, no doubt, somewhere. Oh, I've already crashed my boat because I
did
was
you?
too busy looking around at all the scenery.
Well, there's a few places here to crash a boat. I'll leave these two.
Looks like somebody started another build on here just recently because that wasn't there the last time I
I
looked,
think
I
that
think.
might be as is, so that might be what's over there on that far horizon. I haven't been to investigate too much of it.
Spoilers,
No,
spoilers,
spoiler. Does he need a
spoilers.
spoiler wall? Let's be careful. But this, the intention of this is supposed to be when we were out building what am I going to say? The Guardian Farm, that the workers needed some place to come onto shore and to relax and do their thing. So figured, okay, if you go to a wharf or a dock district, there's like a pub, there's some apartment houses, maybe, a diner or two. And then on the other side, this is like the darker side of the bay, and then that's the resort home side of the bay. So
Hmm.
that, you've got the working district and then the upper crust on the other side.
I nearly bought that house over there.
Did ya? Well,
He wanted too much for it though, so I told him to stuff it. I'll make me own.
property values for him are a little high, but I
A
have
little higher.
I have two lovely additions over there that if you need a rental home, happy to comply.
I particularly like the little one on the left.
The pink one or the
Well,
tiny fishing shack?
I wouldn't call it pink. The one on the left.
All right, so the beige-ish one.
Yes,
Okay,
that don't pink me. Thanks.
not pink.
More purpley. That's fine.
All right. So these would be like apartments and things for some of the workers, and maybe there'd be a restaurant or something down here. I haven't really got that details out. I've just got the structures up.
Good place to start though.
Yeah, and I'd really thought to just continue it all the way around, and then even on the other side of the canal, I'd put some like dock shops that would be on the boardwalk. But there's only so many hours in the day, and eventually you just gotta quit building and do something else, and you come back to it. It's just how Minecraft is.
Yeah.
All the fun.
You've got lots of shopping areas around on the server,
Yeah,
and people are starting to build shops around.
I love it. I love that there's commerce for everything, so that it is, it's a natural progression for any kind of city. You're not just going to have a house, not just a business, but you're going to have shopping districts. You're going to have the whole aesthetic of it is if you're going to go to a city, there's going to be more than just one thing.
Everyone's been going mad for the new name tag shop that's been
I
installed in
know.
town.
That's great. I
Very good.
haven't been over to see it. I see the tag, and I love the way that turned out. The pixel art for that is the sign is lovely.
Very good. Yeah.
So we
So
have
these
yeah, we've got oceanfront property. Got a couple
very
houses.
very designer indeed.
Well, if you go to the oceanfront, everybody has that white trim, and the best I can do is this nice birch. So we've got a kitchen area, living area.
Do like the drapes.
There's
Very nice.
no running water yet, though, so you still have to do the necessary things outside, apparently. But
Yeah.
there's sleeping and a nice view of the bay, which is I tried to, capture the feel of being on the water. You see all the activities in Sea Cow Bay, all the squid activity, Squid Watch 2015.
It's a special sport. Yep.
It's a special sport. I saw 27 squids today. It was amazing.
I do like these little lighting things you've got here as well. Little chandelier light things.
Oh yeah, they turned out really well.
And it's so simple and yet it's so perfect.
And I think at one time I was like, oh, I'm going to replace those with sea lanterns once we get the farm running, and I just haven't been back to do it.
I think they're better off as they are, with
Yeah,
maybe hidden lighting somewhere instead.
it turns out okay. And the glass actually, if you used a white glass, it would actually refract a little bit and give you a sense of a lighting, when in fact
Hmm.
it may not be light. This one's a little tighter. It's a little more compact. We got a kitchen area. Still got some supplies in the kitchen. You got a sleeping area up here too. Whoop, about fell over. This is a luxury bed. This is a double bed. And you got a nice patio to look out on the back side of the bay.
See, this is nice. Nice views, but nothing built over there yet. Is that
There's room
no
for
plans yet?
expansion. Room for
Hmm.
expansion. It could be a luxury home there. You never know. Or a shopping district. Depends on what you want.
Or a zoo or something.
A zoo, absolutely. Some days this server is a zoo. You just never know.
Kitchen design's pretty good as well.
Yeah, this is my
All right.
first foray into using a little bit of a different level for things like the doors to use them like cabinet doors.
Yep.
Pick up a little bit of a design aesthetic. Zueljin, who is our founding father, of course, uses all kinds of cool stuff for his builds, and take a little inspiration from him to try to do some of
Hmm.
that. So learning as I go. Each build gives me a little something extra.
It's very nice. Very nice.
Thank you.
Sea Cow Bay.
See cow bay.
Yes, so it's this one because that one's Albannach's
Yep.
Hostel.
It's the Sticky Fingers Hostel. I love the names he comes up for things. It cracks me up. And I just had to do a little bit of a repair work to this just last night, as a matter of fact.
And broke
Well, we had a lightning problem on the server, and everything burnt that was wood, so half my wagon wheel burnt, and there's still a piece missing. I just noticed.
up the top there. Yeah.
Right up here, there's a chunk in the thing right there that's gone. But this started out as I needed a business of my own, and I didn't have a property management building since I was pretty much the one telling people you could build here, you can't build there. So this is the LL Property Management Building, and it's very steampunk in nature and involves gears and water and steam and kind of that aesthetic of industrial busyness that you can see all the things that are working.
It makes me think that the first part of industry on Hypermine was steam powered, and
Absolutely.
since then everything else has been built up around it with all glass and steel and all that kind of stuff. But this is kept as a an origin and still used by those bureaucrats
The
who
bureaucrats.
who love it. Yeah.
My office is upstairs. That's right. So we have an actual steam engine on the side of the building that's exposed. It kind of gives you all the power for everything that works. If only we could get real gears to turn. I thought it would be really cool because the gear that it's sitting on would be neat if it turned, and then on the back side there's an actual another wheel that it ties into, and there's gears on the side and all kinds of
Moving
good stuff.
parts in Minecraft.
How cool would that be?
It would be amazing.
Yep. So my door had some grief that with the fire there were some things that got damaged, so I'm gonna have to rework the red button on that a little bit. There is another redstone way up that's like a redstone elevator that's snow built for me so that people can come in. If they don't want to take the stairs, you can ride it from the outside. There's a way.
It should make it executive only and
Ooh.
make them take the stairs.
Well, at one time I had such latency that I couldn't work the iron doors and things on most of the server. And this actually tried to kill me several times, so we put in a second contingency layer that would pick me up and move me. And I was like, thanks. Now that I have better internet, it's not nearly as bad. But there's balconies throughout that you can go out and see and look out over the top of everything. And
It's a great place to view the city from.
it is. And there is a telescope up here, too, that you can see. And
I'm
if you're
coming up.
brave, you can climb out on top of the telescope and see almost all of it. This is the office building where all the land contracts should be signed.
Uh huh. Very good.
And there's the storage facility up here and my personal executive quarters. But
Executive quarters.
there is
Oh, I
indeed
see.
a balcony again here, so you can overlook all the people, see all the things.
All the little people running around doing their daily work, and Mayor LL just standing here waving every now and again on the balcony.
Hello, my
Very
followers. No.
Queen wave.
Hello. I can't. I'd have to do it with like a steak would do. Steak is a queenly food. Sure, it's great.
Sure, yeah,
That's
why
great.
not?
Yeah. So here's access to the actual Steam engine. There's a way up. You can actually go stand on the top of the Steam port. If you wanted to go see all that, you can. And that's actually one of the better views on this server if you wanted to do any kind of long distance things. You can
Should we go and
see.
have a look? Let's go and have a
Oh,
look.
yeah, let's go. You can see all the world from up here. The only better vantage point is on Snow's pinnacle.
Oop.
You got I tried to make it look like smoky steam coming out with glass because I didn't have any silk touch shears to do anything. And sadly,
Looks
it's
good.
not taller than Wooly's tower, although I really tried.
Did Willie's Tower come first then?
It did. And by the time I got here, I was like, I'm done. I'm not building it any taller. I'm done.
Right. Yeah. And then he put the W on the top to make it even taller
Yeah,
because
because
Wolfie had built another tower that was bigger.
it was close. And he can probably raise that up, just rebuild it every time somebody builds a taller tower. He's just gonna get an extra tall W. It'll be funny. But again, the lightning burnt. I had all this in this dark oak, so anything that's the dark clay now has all just been replaced. Had to
Oh,
do some
like,
repair work. Had
well,
s-
these old buildings, they're not built to
I
withstand these
know,
kind of things,
I
are
know.
they?
I had to get some slate shingles instead of wood.
Especially being so high in the sky and having a little antennae thing on the top that's attracting lightning.
Yep, I tried to make it so it was safe for flybys. I don't know if we're going to have any airports on the server. I suppose that could be next in our industry area somewhere, maybe.
Well, I know one of the new members to the server who's a very keen builder and does that very artistic builds.
Yep,
So I'm sure there'll be lots of things like that.
absolutely.
And I'll try my best to make something that looks half decent
I'm
at some
sure
point.
it'll be fine. Anything that you want to do, it'll be fine.